Well, good morning, everybody. Let me get my notes up here. There we go. Welcome to Esoteric Influences for the New Week. I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside. It's Sunday, the 13th of December, and we're going to look at the esoteric influences for Sunday through Saturday, so the 13th through the 19th. One thing, let me get my keyboard out of the way here. One thing I wanted to mention, the esoteric influences in blog post form are up over at Stepping Aside. Also, the newsletter that contains them and a few other things as well is also out. So if you want to sign up for next week's, it goes out on Sunday morning. You can go over to the blog at Stepping Aside at imsteppingaside.com, and over on the side panel, the left side panel, toward the top, just scroll down a little bit, you'll see a newsletter sign up where you can put your email in there, and it goes to my newsletter software, and when I do it, I just hit send. So anyway, if you'd like to do that, that'd be very cool. So anyhow, you can get this in your inbox and follow along, or you can follow along right now on the blog because it's already up. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get. One other thing I forgot to tell you. The Jupiter-Saturn conjunction post I did this last week is also there at the blog. If you want to look at that, it kind of talks about, well, not kind of, it talks about the impact of this. I mean, Jupiter and Saturn have been in conjunct with one another for quite some time. There's a conjunct between them. And what that means is it's getting close together. And if you've been paying attention to the sky, you've seen that. And it's however, on the 21st, they're going to be like this. And so they're going to be like just a smidge apart. And it hasn't been that way. Well, I think, was it the 1600s the last time? But we couldn't see it. It was the 1200s when we could actually see it in the sky. So hopefully I'll be able to get a picture of it. Hopefully it'll be clear. It's kind of setting behind some trees about the time that we can probably see it here at my house. But if not, I may have to drive a bit and get a better view of it. I do want to take a picture of it because it's very, very cool. It doesn't happen. It happens every 20 years like this, but not like this. So anyway, it's just a very cool thing, and it's talking really about contraction versus expansion and how we manifest that. Kind of a counterbalance to one another. So go over there and check that out if you're interested. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Sunday's influences. We have a 4 energy today. Let's see. Inguz is the sudden exchange of sudden bursting forth of energy. It's the seed. Inguz is the rune for today. The geomancy root is albus. Some wisdom here. The old people wisdom. Means white hair and sage and all of that. So kind of get that going here for yourself today. The moon's in Sagittarius, and there aren't any active human design channels today. The human design channel that begins on Monday and remains throughout the week, just not just not today, is openness, and again, we're talking about that either or energy expansion and contraction, because what openness cautions is it balances openness with restraint. So you're looking at that same kind of energetic balance and exchange here. So we see that start though on Monday. And again, so we'll take a look then at today's information with all that in mind. The presence of Inguz, the 22nd rune from the Elder Futhark, aligns with the 22 year, signaling the potential for growth and sudden change, likely having to do with the more foundational aspects in our life. Take an inner focus Sunday to reassess perceptions and how they either enhance or detract from success. Use wisdom gained from past experience to inform your decisions on Sunday. The Sagittarius moon supports your independent nature. However, a quincunx, or in conjunct, between the moon and Uranus cautions against impulsive behavior on Sunday. In addition, a square between the moon and Ceres suggests that relationships with women in your life may be challenging, which a lack of impulse control could reinforce. So, women don't like that. Look within to see if your own emotional balance is at the core of this difficulty and discover new ways to nurture self and others. Your sense of purpose may be tested on Sunday, however. Don't lose focus or misunderstand the impact of outside influences on that. If security is threatened, know that your best protection is derived through developing a strong foundation. You may also need to reassess the choices you've made of late, letting go of associations that are not in service to a higher truth. And that's information from the Human Design and I Ching chart for Sunday. Have a little tea here, get my throat in better condition here. Now on Monday, the 14th of December, the numerology for that day itself is 5. We're in a 3-month, by the way, 22 years still. The rune is Ansus, or spirit communication, invoking spirit into your communication, your interactions with others. Kata Draconis is the geomancy rune. Now the Draconi, the Caput and Kata. Caput is about the north node of the moon, or the head of the dragon. When you get to Kata, though, you're talking the tail of the dragon. Now, both of these things deal with the unconscious or subconscious mind, but the difference between Caput is about the future, and Kata is about the past. And so Kata Draconis is the tail of the dragon, or the south node of the moon. You're looking at something that is, you're dealing with karma coming in, past life experience, past experience of any kind, really, but usually dealing with past life influence. So that's active on Monday. The moon is in Sagittarius until it travels into Capricorn at 7:44 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's also the new moon on the 14th. Also, the Electoral College votes on the 14th. The Human Design channel, again, is openness for today. So balancing openness with restraint. And so, anyway, do your jobs, Electoral College. Don't mess it up. Anyway, Monday's new moon may provide the space for you to let go of the past and begin anew. So yes, we have a new president, and we need to accept that now. There's no nefarious things going on, no matter what the current one wants to say. Don't get involved in his delusion, in other words, because that's what it is. He needs to stay in office to protect himself from, prosecutions or lawsuits or whatever is coming down the pike, because apparently something is. So, and then that's important, because he's gotten away with everything his whole life. So it's about time, right? But anyway, we want to hear the voice of spirit on, let's see, where are we at? We're still on Monday. And give no attention to the ego's influence as the greater picture becomes clear. I don't know. It's funny how this stuff just sort of all aligns with what's going on, isn't it? While the new moon is still in independent Sagittarius until it travels into more disciplined Capricorn in the evening, set the intention for new perceptions and experiences to unfold. That's the moon conjunct the sun. Intuition is strong Monday, and your emotions guide your interactions with others. Moon conjunct Mercury. The moon, with anything, raises the emotional level of things, right? Assert yourself with self-confidence and make the most of new opportunities. That's two aspects. That's the moon trine Mars. Trine is an easy influence. Opposite, though, the North Node. So there's just some tension there, getting you to do something and move in that direction with self-confidence and making the most of new opportunities. The channel of openness in the Human Design chart is active on Monday and through the end of the week, signaling the need to balance freedom with restriction. It also reflects the message of the upcoming close conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn on the winter solstice, the 21st. This manifests in the shared placement of both the sun and the moon at the position of attunement, or timing and alignment in shared goals with others, as well as the shared placement of Mercury and the south node at the position of censorship. So each of the sun and the moon are sharing a gate and line, and Mercury and the south node are sharing one. And whenever you see that in a Human Design chart, you've got to pay attention to the emphasis of it, right? But anyway, they're in the Mercury and the south node are in censorship, or the realigning of memory in preservation of a greater shared truth. We've witnessed arrogance in the expression of power, and its effect upon the very survival of the group, whether it's about the preservation of democracy or in the handling of the pandemic. It's necessary now for you to maintain a higher sense of self and purpose, rise to the occasion, and remain on a shared path. Excuse me. On Tuesday, the 15th of December, we have a 6 energy. For the day, we have Kenaz, or the light of spirit, or the torch, as the rune. Populus, and this is going to be for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Populus is the geomancy rune, so we're going to talk about that again for Wednesday. But Populus is about going along with the crowd, so it depends on what the crowd is, right? So the moon's in Capricorn at this point on Tuesday, and openness again is the human design channel. So this is a difficult time for many who have lost loved ones to the pandemic. Let the light of spirit guide you on Tuesday as you extend compassion to others and avoid associations with those who wish only harm. With the moon now in Capricorn, you may be more risk averse, choosing structured activity to feel more secure. That said, a trine between the moon and Uranus suggests that you leave room for the unexpected that might take you down a rewarding path. And if nature calls, take a walk, if only around your backyard, to renew your mind, body, and spirit on Tuesday. Know your path forward is based upon a shared one with others now, and that staying the course is essential for peace to return. Have the discipline to withdraw from negative forces, understanding that a spiritual focus is the foundation of true power. And that's the human design I Ching influences for Tuesday. Now on Wednesday, the 16th, we have a 7 energy. 6 and 1 is 7. So some balance and taking an observer role. The rune is Perthrow, or the lessons of fate, or how we manage fate, basically. And then again, the geomancy rune's Populus. So again, are we going to give our fate over to a group that maybe isn't in our best interests? You know, the moon is in Capricorn until Aquarius late in the evening at 10:27 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And again, the human design channel for Wednesday is openness. So watch for synchronicities on Wednesday as you take control of both your individual and collective fate. Choose wisely any outside contact with others, and if a situation becomes uncomfortable or risky, then make a different choice. Do not compromise your safety because of the short-sighted behavior of others. A square with the moon and Mars on Wednesday suggests you may feel somewhat intolerant, so be cautious. Again, Mars and moon, emotion and will. So be cautious in your interactions with others. On Wednesday, emotional intensity is high, and although drama can be interesting, it can yield unexpected results. That's the moon conjunct Pluto. Spend some time nurturing self and others to reset your perspective and emotional balance, and that's 2 aspects, moon trine Vesta and the moon semi-square series. So some goddess influence there. Reassess your perspective so that a realistic approach can be maintained. Your intuition is strong now, and you will be well served if you listen to your higher self's influence. Jupiter and Saturn's shared alignment at gate 60, limitation, and line 4, resourcefulness, defines the path forward as one that maximizes potential within a defined set of boundaries. So remain in alignment with others, knowing that your true resource excuse me, is found in strong relationships built from shared values and principles. And that's the human design I Ching section of the chart of the reading for Wednesday. You know, the thing about the human design stuff is it really gets down to the nitty gritty of how we manage our lives. So I don't know. I'm so glad that I'm including it in these readings. I think it just really gives valuable information about how we can manage our day. The 17th of December, Thursday, that's an 8 energy. The rune is Birkenau. And let's see, it's going to share also, we're also going to have a shared geomancy rune over Thursday and Friday. But Birkenau is, it's about the earth element. It's about healing, family, and fertility. So what are we going to produce? You know, that's another way of looking at it. Acquisitio is gain for the geomancy rune. So whatever we're going to produce is going to gain us something. The moon is fully in Aquarius on Thursday, and openness is still the human design channel for that day. Success is likely on Thursday, especially if you step outside the box and try something new. That said, remain on a healing path as you protect self and others by following established safety protocols. In other words, be a warrior and wear a mask around others. I don't care if you're inside or outside, just wear a mask. With the moon now in Aquarius, emotions may be confounding and you may prefer a more intellectual experience with others on Thursday. However, the moon square both Uranus and Lilith may impact you more than you like, and you may find yourself stuck in an emotional roller coaster, particularly if you have difficulty stepping back from the fray. That said, a sextile between the moon and Chiron, now out of retrograde, suggests that your innate compassion may override that disruptive influence, particularly the disruptive influence of Lilith, who, wants what she wants. Your wise approach is valued by others because of your tendency to know when to act and when to observe. You convey the truth to others based upon a realistic, adaptable approach while taking advantage of new ideas and opportunities that arise. Expand your knowledge and nurture others to do the same on Thursday, the 17th of December. And that's the Human Design I Ching information for that day. Now, Friday, the 18th, that's a 9 energy. We have Gebo, balanced energy exchange with others. It's actually part of the, I forgot to say, and I haven't written it up yet. I put this in what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I put it in the newsletter. I haven't written it up yet on the blog. This is the bind rune for today. So you can see Gebo right there in the center. Let's see if I can do that. This X right there. You got Ophala, you got Ewas. It's a bind rune for shared legacy. Anyway, did I say that the moon's in Aquarius? I said that. Okay. Your generosity of spirit shines forth as you express compassion, or maybe I didn't. The moon is still in Aquarius. I said it for the day before. The moon is still in Aquarius. Geomancy rune is Acquisitio. We said that, or maybe I didn't. Maybe I got caught up in Gebo. I don't know. Imbalanced energy exchange. Anyway, the Human Design channels are still open for Friday. So we'll start again. Your generosity of spirit shines forth as you express compassion to those in need or suffering loss. Know that loving gift of giving your time, really, can have a profound impact on a shared path going forward. The moon in Aquarius signals a distrust with emotions, which may have something to do with woundings experienced in childhood. You will need to face those memories and bring them into perspective before you can feel more comfortable in situations or with people that are emotional. And that's the moon semi-square Chiron. Balance a pragmatic approach with optimism, knowing that any limitation experienced on Friday will bear fruit in the future. Share your ideas with others and mentor them in expanding their perceptions, values, and principles. Leadership can either enlighten or confuse, so communicate your message with clarity and respect on Friday. That's the Human Design I Ching influence for that day. Now, Saturday the 19th, that's a 1 energy, so new beginnings. Wholeness, unity. Isa, or alignment, is the rune for the day, and Karser is the geomancy rune, self-imprisonment. But we're going to talk about that. It's going to be an interesting one, I think. The moon is in Aquarius until Pisces early in the morning at 4:39 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and the Human Design channel continues to be openness. 2 forms of self-restriction are in play on Saturday with both Isa and Karser. Isa indicates the intentional contraction of ego or will, whereas Karser involves imprisonment of self or others. So it could be said that Karser is more about constraint on behavior, and Isa reflects a higher level of inner control. And with the 1 numerology for the day, both runes align with the idea of a beginning point. So you may experience the feeling of standing on the precipice of something new on Saturday. Empathy for others increases with the moon now in Pisces, as does your own sensitivity. A square between the moon and Venus indicates that expressing your own feelings to others may prove challenging and frustration may result, particularly if you're giving more to others than you're receiving. It may be that you just need to allow others to nurture you just as much as you nurture them, and that's the moon square Juno. Got to give that up. I'll nurture you, but I don't need anything, right? No. Get a balance going there so you feel better. Trust me, you will. Allow past experience to inform the present moment while remaining open and adaptable to new experiences. That said, be ready to take a step back if the timing isn't right. If others are involved, be a trustworthy partner who engages in a forthright manner. Be clear on your expectations and honest about your concerns so that nothing is left to chance. And that's the Human Design I Ching influences for Saturday, the 19th of December. So that's it. We'll quit here before my computer freezes up on me. And You guys have a great week, and please wear a mask if you're out and about. Stay home if you can. Not just a face shield only, but a mask, please, please, please. Face shield too if you want, but make sure there's a mask under it. The virus is spreading, and we don't need that. We don't need to lose anybody else. So anyhow, I guess that's it, and we'll talk again tomorrow at when we do Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune. And if not, then we'll see you again next Sunday for Esoteric Influences. Have a great week and be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.